Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of November 2024, or the 2nd of October in the 12th year of Chongelguk. So thank you all for coming. And let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Champuninge Kyombe. Pado. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 8. 천일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신의 일제 이상을 이루어 지산 천국과 천산 천국의 해방권과 속방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chongyulguk, pledges, having entered the era of Chongyulguk, to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. Thank you. I'd like to ask Mark Burfield if he could offer the opening prayer, please.
Yeah, please join me in prayer. Our dearest Heavenly Parent and beloved true parents, we greet you this new day. We thank you for each day that we can be alive on this earth, and then that we reflect on this wonderful creation that you have made with great love and investment, and with great expectation when you created humankind to be your children. Very unfortunately, because of the fall of man, your ideal has never been realized until now. It is possible that it is the situation that your true children can be manifested, and we are so grateful that we're living at this time because of the providence has come to this point where, because of the only begotten Son Jesus, who could not fulfill, but then our true Father could inherit his mission and fulfill and be blessed to the only begotten daughter through the marriage supper of the Lamb in 1960. And now since then, there's been the blessing providence, and many thousands, even millions of couples have been blessed, and your original lineage has been established on this earth. So we are grateful that we can be a part of this providence. We can share in this building of Chonelguk. We recognize that there's many things that we need to do to really substantiate this world as you originally envisaged, but we have great expectation. So off this time, we begin this day with you and with each other. I report name of Mark Masako Bird for a blessed central family. June.
And let's give a warm welcome to Rev Yutaka as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today is Saturday, so almost end of the week, and today is also 40th day of this condition. So 40 days is also ending. How was this condition for 40 days? We really can reflect well, and even the world level, centering on our international headquarters. Also, there are 40-day Cheongsong condition, and now until the Cheononggun Cheonil Sanctum entrance ceremony, we will have, I think, around 160 days. So this is also 4 times of 40 days condition. So continuously, we offer the Cheongsong and prayer, the national side, our sub-region Oceania side, Asia side, and world side. Let's totally unite with our heavenly parent and true parents, and let's going on all the providence well. And especially this Saturday morning is not easy time. Offering the special Chonshimon prayer and come. So even number is not so much big. I'm not sure how many people is seeing or joining today, but I believe this online and offline YouTube also together. Let's also pray and support well. So thank you everyone. Today I'd like to share the photo. Yesterday there was the True Children Day and also the Foundation Day. So we had the celebration. So thank you for nation. This time I received the many photo. So one is the True Children's Day's photo and also Chonshimon prayer photo. So let's share the things. This is from Sydney side. So thank you our Sydney brothers and sisters. Your attendance supporting was also the great. Or leaders, blessed couple, and also the family members also joined together. You could see even second generation also join, and we had a beautiful celebration time. So our elder group, middle group, younger group, kids group, so almost 4 generation community. This is also beautiful. So thank you for your attendance and joining together. That was also good. This is from Melbourne side. Melbourne side is connected directly to Sydney and also organized together. So thank you, Melbourne side brothers and sisters to organize this day. And this is also Brisbane side. Thank you, Brisbane side. And Geelong side. Yeah, thank you for offering. So even each Australia area, you are also preparing well. And this is also New Zealand. Thank you for our New Zealand brothers and sisters to organize this ceremony. And Marshall Island, always Marshall Island family member are many, so gathering together. And this is, can you guess this? Which nation is this? This is the Fiji side. So Fiji also organized well about this ceremony. So now beyond the nation, all our nation churches center also celebrating together. So this is also beautiful. Really, let's pray for each nations. And next, last night and this morning, Churchman prayer. This is also Sydney side. Thank you for your continuous devotion. So this also offering prayer. Well, and this is the Melbourne side. Thank you for your Churchman prayer. And New Zealand, thank you, New Zealand. And Marshall Island and Vanuatu. Now Vanuatu is joining every time. So Vanuatu side is also joining together. And Fiji side. So we could see many nations are offering together. So our Chonson ceremony and activity, many things are going on, but our goal is same, how we can fulfill God's providence, especially next year, the April 13, the entrance ceremony of Chonongun and Chonril Sanctum. This is the most important focus. So let's pray and support and fulfill this providence. So thank you all, brothers and sisters. Okay, so today our Fundok message is from Tirumada's Anthology, Volume 4, the proclamation of the liberation of all women. So let's share together. Okay, so Mrs. Na, please.
Reverend Moon has attained everything throughout the 70 years of his life on a perilous path. Adam and Eve became God's enemies, and everything split due to them. However, true parents united centering on heaven and earth. They united centering on man and woman, their minds and their bodies, united centering on absolute love as one original horizontal couple. Therefore, my direct lineage is the mainstream, and the accompanying lineage is the restored families. When these families go to the spirit world, the gates of heaven will open. All realms of persecution will transform into the realms of liberation, and heaven's gates will open automatically. That time has come.
Yes, thank you. When to Father, when and to and also the lead the providence. Through Father is organizing those providence for unity between man and woman, centering on heaven, and also the way of restoration in order to fulfill God's original principle. Then what's happened? Finally, the gate of heaven will be opened. Please.
After establishing WFWP, I proclaimed the era of liberation of all women on the relative standard which represents the Federation for World Peace. Failing to do so would have allowed devils to create shadows that they could hide in all over the world. I am simultaneously making this proclamation in every nation where the Unification Church flag flies. Thus, the era has arrived in which the devils in those countries, upon hearing the proclamation, have no choice but to retreat.
Yes. So Providence is going on, and finally, Providence has been entering the world stage or world level. So in 1992 and after that, the speed of provincial development was totally changed, really rapidly developed after 1992. So establishment of Women's Federation, proclamation of true parents, proclamation of the completed testament age, and also sending the missionary to the world, and also the era of family federation. So based on those victorious foundation, and finally, we are welcoming the era of Chanukuk. That's why when we see the history, when we see those kind of the background behind of the history, we could see the three parents or heaven's will and wish investment, and also the sacrifice are there. Please.
The meaning of the Declaration of the Liberation of Women. The women of the world made all kinds of rough waves, which I had to traverse in order to resolve the issues that have existed throughout history. I could not fall into their traps. I had to overcome them and liberate them. I had to lead them as an older brother leads his younger sisters. I had to guide them as a husband guides his wife, and I had to educate them as a father educates his daughters. Most especially, I had to lead Mother in this way. Consequently, when she could stand on an equal footing with me, on April 10, 1992, I declared the liberation of women.
Yes, please continue.
The fact that I declared the liberation of all women worldwide means that the persecution of the Unification Church has been enduring for 40 years is at an end. The Church has overcome every level of persecution from the world, from the level of the individual to that of the family, tribe, people, nation, and world. We have recovered the domain of John the Baptist as the Women's Federation for World Peace, which represents the Christian cultural sphere centered on the Unification Church. We did that not on the national level, but on the world level.
Yes, thank you. While true father is guiding the true mother, the providentially, true parents also developed the all development of the providence. So we could see and the proclamation of the liberation of women, and also including the another providential activity through those time period, create and bring the providential stages to bring up to the next stage. And this became the important time period. That's why we could see those message in each time or in each stages or in each levels, how big there was the persecution. But in the same time, through the overcoming in each the period, we could see providential development was happened. That's why Father said, we have recovered the domain of John the Baptist as the Women's Federation for World Peace, which represents the Christian cultural sphere centered on the Unification Church. We did that not on the national level, but on the world level. So in 1992, the Women's Federation for World Peace, the founding moment, this created to reach the next level of the providence. Please.
The unified world was supposed to have been completed during the 7 years from 1945 to 1952, but that opportunity was lost. Therefore, we now need to complete it during the 7 years from 1994 to 2000. Our task during these 7 years is to unite the world. Following World War II, the Christian culture sphere, which is the bride's culture sphere, failed to unite with the bridegroom. Therefore, for these 7 years, from 1994 to 2000, the women of the world must unite and attend the perfected Adam, who can make an impact on the family, the society, and even the world.
Yes, thank you. So in each time period, heaven is preparing the providence and also the foundation. 2000 years of history of Christianity, originally based on the 2000 history of Christianity, the second Adam of the Messiah have to come. But in 1945, do you remember those story? At that moment, that connection was not happened. That's why all Christian 2000 years Christian foundation was taken away, and the indemnity cause was studied. Please.
Now is the time when we can restore the opportunity that was lost after World War II to achieve the goal of building a unified world that fulfills the ideal of the kingdom of heaven. This can be done by elevating Adam, who is already victorious on the levels of the family, tribe, people, nation, and world, and by paying off all the debts that the bride nations incurred when they did not receive the Lord on the levels of the family, tribe, people, nation, and world. That is why I declared that this is the era of the liberation of women.
Yes, thank you. So we could see if the Christianity could unite with true parents at that moment in 1945, those unified world was already established within 7 years. So from 1945 to 1952, already those providence was completed. But because of unfulfillment responsibility of Christianity, it was prolonged and postponed. And centering on unification, church, unification movement, once again, true parents create and pay the all indemnity, and finally, true parents or heaven's foundation reached the same level or same foundation which it was lost in 1945. That's why Father is mentioning this point. Original mission, original providence was original providence should be happened in 1945 to 1952, but it was restored and repeated, centering on the time from 1994 to 2000. So once again, now centering on the unification movement, those providence are reaching to the nation or the world level, and finally open the way to restore the cosmos. please.
Christianity is the religion of the bride. This is why they await the groom. That is the main point in the Bible. Beginning from Judaism, the Christian religion of Jesus has focused on the Messiah, the groom, to expand the foundation to welcome the husband on the family, tribal, people, national, and global levels. Christianity has walked a historical path of restoration through indemnity. The central figures in the Bible have walked such a path.
Yes, this is the explanation of the providence centering on the central figure of the Bible. So actually God's plan was to send the Messiah and also to meet the bride and to become the true parents. But during the Christian providence, after Jesus Christ went to the cross, what was their Christianity's wish? Their wish is to meet the Jesus Christ again, especially the second advent of Messiah. So it was the targeting or main focal point of the Christian movement and Christian providence. Please.
Christianity pioneered its way, and then right after World War II, a united world was achieved. If Christianity had united with me then, within 7 years, we would have accomplished the kingdom of heaven on earth and in heaven. That was 1945 to 1952. If the bride had united with the groom, then all Christianity around the world would have united. At that time, there were more than 1 billion Christians. On that kind of foundation, it would have been possible for me to proclaim the mission of the tribal Messiah that I am teaching now. If that had happened, it wouldn't have taken even 7 years. We would have been able to bring the entire world to God's side with one stroke. However, they all opposed me, and I was cast into the wilderness. By doing so, they also cast away God. God was also in such a position.
Yes, thank you. This is also a similar explanation. After the World War II, already the World Christian Foundation was ready to welcome and unite the second Adam, the Messiah, our true Father. That's why if at that moment, if it was happened, then already the world, the fulfillment of the world providence was happened at that moment. So even Father is talking about the more than 1 billion people are ready and to unite with true parents and already could fulfill the God's providence. So how important it was at that moment and how really sad those things was not happened. Even true mother is also talking same things. If all Christianity could accept true father at that time, then true father and Christianity create the foundation to welcome the only begotten daughter of a true mother, and based on the foundation of Christianity, finally, true parents organize the holy wedding ceremony, and already this providential stage are reached in the level of era of Chanukuk. That's why when we deflect back or when we return back in each moment, this providential preparation by God was not only just imagination or just talking. When we reflect in each central figure or each groups, really we could see there was already opportunity to meet with through Father and them, but each time period it was not accomplished. That's why this was also sad history. Please.
Then, next time I was able to land again was 1992. because the foundation of Eve and the foundation of the bride were lost. It took 40 years from 1952 to 1992 to recreate it. By Mother accomplishing Eve's responsibility, a movement for the liberation of women can unfold. Within 3 years, through the liberation of women, we need to search for a nation. We held a wedding ceremony. Since we have entered the era of finding a nation, by finding and returning 360,000 couples in Satan's realm to God, the satanic world is crumbling. Now, families around the world can soar. If this happens, then it will become a great stream and there will be no opposition, because people have realized that Reverend Moon's family ideal is the shortcut to the liberation of humankind and a world of peace.
Yes, thank you. Because that providence was not fulfilled at that moment in 1945 to 1952, it was postponed. And next moment, centering on 1992, once again, the time has come and welcome the providential time period again. So do you remember at that moment in 1992, 1995, there was the big blessing ceremony. So blessing ceremony, the number also the increased a lot. 1992, there was the 30,000 blessing ceremony. 1995, there was 360,000 blessing ceremony. And after that, 1997, 4 million couple blessing. And continuously, 120 million blessing, 120 million couple blessing, or 360 million couple blessing, and like that. So we could see those, the blessing foundation or development was happened. So when we attended those providence at that moment, do we really understand or realize the real meaning or those background providential history or not? That's why originally heaven wanted to do the same things in 1945, but because it was not happen, so after 40 years, the parents finally organized those providence in the world level. So Father said, if this happens, then it will become a great stream and there will be no opposition, because people have realized that Reverend Moon's family ideal is a shortcut to the liberation of humankind and a world of peace. So we could see because of those kind of the victorious fulfillment of the blessing ceremony, actually head of states or even the national level, they are starting to accept our unification movement. And because of this, the providence was already reached the world level. So we could see each moment. I think some moment, True Parents organized the blessing ceremony even inside of the United Nations. So likewise, the blessing or God's providence was already reached in the world level. Please.
In order to restore the authority of the eldest son, the authority of the parents, and the authority of the king centering on true parents, it is necessary for True Mother to be elevated to a position equal to mine. That is why we established the Women's Federation for Peace in Asia, centered on Japan, the Eve Nation. The Eve realm, Japanese women in the position of youngest sister must go through restoration through indemnity with the Korean women in the position of elder sisters to restore the authority of the elder sister, centering on the Women's Federation for World Peace, which was established on the foundation of the Women's Federation for Peace in Asia. This is the age of the mother who can embrace both the elder sister and the younger sister. The Korean women are in the position of elder sister.
Yes, thank you. Father said, in order to restore the authority of the elder son, the authority of the parents, and the authority of the king centering on true parents, it is necessary for true mother to be elevated to a position equal to mine. So this is important. The restoration era or indemnity era to the era of complete testament and to era of the Chanekuk. In order to reach that place, the individual restoration era should be ended and have to become the providence of the parent and the providence of even the kingship. That's why how important for mother to stand the world level or even cosmic level or even also same level together with our true father. So internally, of course, true mother is true mother, but in the externally or providentially, because of the process of the condition, true mother went through those process from the daughter's position and younger sister's position, elder sister's position, and one by one, and finally reached also the mother's position. So we could see the restoration of elder sonship, but in the same time, restore the elder sistership. So those providence was also happened together. Please.
Japan, as the Eve nation, is the younger sister position, had to set up the foundation for restoration. Mother inherited this foundation and liberated the women of Korea. Then she liberated the women of the United States, the women of Europe, Russia, and Oceania. Amazingly, she liberated all the women of the world, and the position of the bride from the Christian realm was restored 47 years after it was lost. With the completion of this work, for the first time, Mother restored the world horizontally to the same place it had been in at the end of World War II.
Yes. So after establishment of the Women's Federation for World Peace, dearly true mother led the providence centering on women and women's movement. So Korea, Japan, and also America, and even Europe, Russia, and even Oceania. Through mother's investment and physically, mother visited the all nation and restored all women's from that area. That's why we could see, and even people could see, or even heaven and even also us could recognize True Mother's investment and also accomplishment. Please.
Therefore, the conditions present at the end of World War II, including the lost realm of the bride, were restored, centering on Mother. And for the first time, the standard where the bride and bridegroom could be united was restored, and the free world was liberated. This marked the beginning of a new age when Mother could move on an equal plane with me.
Yes, thank you. So when we see our true mother's life course, true father also could recognize the mother's position, and true father also could recognize the people's accusation and people's also disbelief of true mother. That's why father also guided and showing and also the creating the victorious foundation, even led Trubada to create those kind of foundation by herself with also support of true father, and finally standing at this position together. Please.
Now that a period of 40 years of indemnity from 1952 until 1992 has been completed to restore the failure of the world-level age of the blessing that would have come if the Catholic Church and the Protestant churches had united with me after the end of World War II. we can finally declare the end of Satan's lineage. This is the providence of Cain and Abel. How are Cain and Abel united into one? The center that unites them is the mother.
Yes. So final slide, please.
In 1992, for the first time, Mother could stand on my left side horizontally. She could come before God standing next to me horizontally. Until that, she had connected to God through me vertically. She was liberated with the establishment of the Women's Federation for World Peace in 1992. After that, by giving the blessing to all humankind, passing through 1993, 94, 1995, 96, 97, and then the 70-year 1998, Satan's lineage finally was eliminated.
Yes, thank you. Oh, that's why when we reflect those kind of the providential history, those providential event was not just simply happened, and it was also not happened only the effort by through father, actually through father, and also through mother's sacrifice, investment, and victory was also together. So now through father went to the spiritual world, and mother is leading the providence. But as you know, now really many people or some group is accusing of our true mother. Some person said, true mother, what did she do in the providential time period? Everything was done by true father, and true mother didn't do anything, just stay behind and just coming together. And just after true father went to the spiritual world, mother just gained everything without any cost, any kind of sacrifice and investment, and why true mother is doing. So those accusations of people attacking is happening like this. But if really we could recognize the history, if we can understand those providential sacrificial offering or investment of our true mother and also true father, then who can say or who can accuse about our true mother? That's why understanding is really important. Understanding of the providential history and even understanding of our true father's heart. What was really true father's heart, and how deeply true father also effort to guide true mother and also stand together and also to fulfill God's providence. That's why our true parents' target, or even father and mother, are also same. They are not seeing just 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years matters. True parents' target or the focal point is more than 1,000 years history or 10,000 years history or even whole humanity history, how to restore and how to create for the future generation. That's why through learning those messages, once again, we can also recognize the heaven's providence and the successful point and also the sadness point of unfulfillment of mission of Christianity. But also we could see unconditional investment of heaven and also our true parents toward fulfillment of the God's providence. So today we share about those messages together. So let's pray well and determine well. And now in 2024, what kind of things can we do together with our true mother? So prepare and determine and offer the happiness to our heavenly parent and true parents. So thank you for joining today's morning hundoke. Have a great time. 감사합니다. Well, Reverend is not here. Looks like. Right? Okay, anyway. So thank you very much, our brothers and sisters to listen today. So I'm not sure, maybe Reverend John is disconnected. So anyway, we can also have a sharing time. So anyone want to share? Please share your thinking, realization, or even any kind of update of your activity is also okay. Looks like there are many things in each sentence or each areas. So please share about your comment. Do you have someone? Yeah, I think Saturday morning is most difficult time. Yeah, this time differences is not simple matter, right? Sydney side is from 12 to 3, almost to 4. And I think New Zealand and Samoa, those side is from 2 a.m. to almost 6 a.m., right? And now 8 a.m. So those Johnson condition is really great things. Who is really praying? And yesterday, the Reverend Kison Lee also said, almost every day in champion site, every day more than 8,000 people are gathering physically, and even the world level around 50 or 6,000 people are joining every night time. That's why he also said maybe this will become the world record future. So I think that moment will be coming soon. Of course, a small Christian group, maybe they are offering the night prayer, but now 60,000 or 100,000 people is offering every night. This really the special things. So surely through Johnson prayer, spiritual world will be moving and the providence is going on together. Anyway, so please anytime we are waiting for your comment. Still have time. So while you are thinking, maybe I will share something. So today is November 2nd, and now President Hori and Dr. Kim is thinking to come to Oceania. So they are coming to Brisbane on November 7, I think, and spend one day and going to Solomon Island on November 8. So we will have the Chombo or Providence in the Solomon Island. So this will be happening from November 8. So we will stay in Solomon Island for the Chombo plus, the school project and also discussing together about the church growth. So we will stay from November 8 to November 13. So 5 days we will visit, we will meet our Solomon Island brothers and sisters, and we will meet also second generation. So I hope everyone please also pray for this special visitation to Solomon Island. And after that, we will come back on 13 to Brisbane and coming to Sydney just one day. Maybe we will meet the Heavenly Top Gun missionary and some maybe few peoples if you want to meet. Then after that, we will move to Melbourne on November 15. Maybe Dr. Kim is going to Melbourne on November 14, and myself and President Hori is going to Melbourne on November 15, and we will organize the Chombo workshop in Melbourne. So every time we organize in Sydney, but this time we will do in Melbourne. So please encourage many brothers and sisters to attend this Chombo Providence. So this was also this will be the good opportunity for the Melbourne or Victoria community. So let's revive the spiritual world and offer also Johnson together. So basically, those providences going on. Okay. Then after that, now the WCLC, World Christian Leadership Conference, centering on America. They are preparing the World Christian Clergy Gathering or Assembly in America. That's why now the South American Christianity clergy also is going to America, and also Korean clergy also going to America, and African clergy is going America, and also from Oceania side or Asian Pacific side. We are also preparing and to go to join this America, the WCLC program. So total around 10 people are going from Oceania. 10 people are going from Asian Pacific, but among 10 people, I think 6 or 7 are from Oceania. So this time, really many Christian clergy is joining the WCLC program in America from our Oceania region. So this is the special program. Mada is emphasizing about the Christianity, and now Christian pastor, they are determined to go together. And this is sponsored by nation or sponsored by even individual. So these things is really the investment are there. And do you know who will be the main staff of Asian Pacific? Our Reverend Jeff become the main staff and to take care all clergy of Asian Pacific and go to America. So the November 18, we will finish the Chombo event in Melbourne. From that place, President Hori is going to America directly, and the Christian clergy is also going to America. So November 19, November 20, around that time, all Christian key pastors will be gathering in Las Vegas, and they will have also conference for 3 days. So this Providence is going on November. So many things is going on. So I believe your support and prayer will be coming together. So maybe Reverend Jeff, you can also give some comment for this conference, please.
Anyway, some of you know that I'm going with a young pastor from Ratana Church in New Zealand. The interesting thing about this, I've shared, I think, in our breakout group in PCLC the other day, is that this Ratana church is very connected to a Japanese church. And it's 100 years since this Japanese church founder, the prophet, went to Japan. Sorry. So that tour is going on. They've sent a tour over there during November to that same place in Amori. And we are going at the same time with their pastor, young pastor, to Las Vegas. So somehow there's some very long God's providence beyond our capacity to understand, you know, how he's trying to bring everybody together. That pastor came to New Zealand in 1928 and helped found their temple down in this one part of New Zealand. So yeah, anyway, I'm kind of trying to inspired and trying to understand what to say to this young pastor. I've got sitting beside him all the way there, looking after him. Plus, of course, my responsibility to help as a staff in Las Vegas. So anyway, just getting my mind around something I never thought of that I would go there, but somehow it's happening. And yeah, I'm very grateful and inspired to go there and see, even from Africa and you know, different churches coming together there, to know how we can work with Christianity, how we're going to unite, how we can amalgamate ourselves with other great Christian leaders and Christian denominations. So anyway, kind of very inspired to have that opportunity, and many things to think about and pray about, to say the right words and gain the right understanding. Very crucial time for us. We're looking forward to our Youth and Family Peace Day this coming Saturday. Greg is coming over, as some of you know. So that's going to be also inspiring to bring many people together and share the message of family building is nation building. So that's really, we have one third gen Dohi has made an amazing website to attract people. And we have some very good speakers that are coming along to speak. Entertainment, child section, many kind of things, just a big event, you know, to bring people together. So anyway, that's great. Oh, I see there, yeah, Bismarck and Leilani Tamati. They know people in New Zealand as well. Bismarck has friends with pastors in New Zealand, Samoan pastors. So there's great potential for, Samoan church to help, our Samoans in New Zealand. They're powerful churches, Samoans in New Zealand. So yeah, many things are going on to bring together Christians to understand true parents and our fundamental same responsibility. Same responsibility as Adam and Eve, same as Jesus, same as true parents, same as us, all the same mission, build a godly family. It's all the same mission, and make a bloodline, like sons and daughters can go to God's kingdom. So try to bring this common vision that Adam and Eve had, that Jesus had, that we have, the Father has, So yeah, anyway, lot of words, lot of thoughts. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Jeff. Maybe Reverend Stone, you can explain additionally about participants.
Yeah, so in addition to the ones Reverend Jeff just made, Reverend Bismarck and Leilani Tamati from Samoa, Reverend Steve Can from Melbourne. So that's the group that they've been working with in Melbourne for some time and sharing common sermons and meetings together. So Daniel has been doing a good job there. Also, Pastor Bellamino Fugalor from Palau. He was originally witnessed to by Tim and Margaret in Palau. He was a pastor of the Church of Christ there. And but originally he's from Yap, or one of the outer islands of Federated States of Micronesia. And he was on his island, and there was a Christian ship going past, and he was a Catholic, and then he was witnessed to by this group. He also then went to Korea, and he gave testimonies in some of the really big churches there as a young, kind of minister, evangelical minister. And then he came back to Palau. Now he's training in the US, in Oregon. And so he loves true parents. He's accepted the divine principle, but he's a Christian minister. He's coming down to Las Vegas. So he's going to be a very important person. Jeff knows him as well. So, yeah, who else was that? Yeah, of course, President Hori is going to go, which is great, really, really important. And then also Dr. Kittle, he really wants to go, and he's going as well. Have I covered everyone? I think so. Anyway, it's a really, really important meeting, interacting with the ACLC, which has a much longer history. They have much more connected clergy. And we really want to pray so that they can really get the message and become strong and come back to our region and really develop, the PCLC and Christian outreach here. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Reverend Stone. So additionally, two more are the pastor from Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
Philippines.
total the Asian Pacific. That's why almost a majority pastor are coming from our Oceania region. So that's really great blessing for our place. So let's develop our Christian providence together with our true parents. So anyway, do you have some final comment? If nothing, we can offer the prayer. Is there some comment? You have to find the prayer music. Okay, if nothing, then let's offer the prayer. Oh, wait. Mm. Okay. So let's offer the prayer. Just only music. 시작. Thank you very much for joining today's morning on the K. Have a great time and also see you